So I'm going to be doing a quick NXT Vengeance Day review. It's going to be a little bit late, but I watched it late. So here's what went down, right? We had Stephanie Baker taking on Fallon Henley for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Now, what are my thoughts about this match? I thought these two ladies went out there and put on their better matches. Fallon Henley, in my opinion, has really improved leaps and bounds, and she has definitely come a long way. And I can see why Shawn Michaels made her the second NXT North American Championship, right? With Stephanie Baker, there's something very unique about her that I don't see in a lot of women. And she just has this confidence, this different type of aura about herself. And I can see her going very far in the women's division. So Stephanie Baker, she goes over, she wins the NXT Women's North American Championship. I feel like that was a smart move. And, even though she's very new, but she's also very popular at the same time, and she's getting over pretty quickly. So I think gifting her that championship was pretty smart. And I think she's going to raise the prestige level of that championship. So next we had the NXT Tag Team Championship match with Nathan Frazer and Axiom taking on Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. Now, I never heard this tag team. This is the first time I've seen this tag team in action. And listen, I gotta say, I was very surprised of this tag team match. I was not expecting this tag team match to go out there and put on a banger. Now with Fraxium, I've seen a couple of Fraxium matches. Those guys together as a tag team are great. I like them together as tag team wrestlers as opposed to them being solo wrestlers. And I think they should be a tag team going on to the main roster when they lose those NXT tag team championships. This right here was a great tag team match. And there was a lot of tag team moves displayed in this match. I was very surprised by Josh Briggs and how well he worked together with Yoshiki Inamura. Like those guys work very well together as a tag team. And this is my first time seeing these guys compete as a tag team. But Fraxium, they retain the NXT Tag Team Championships. Post-match, they get attacked by unknown assailants, which will be, I forgot all their names already, but they would be interfering in the other match later. So next, we get Eddie Thorpe versus Trick Williams in a strap match. Now, here's the thing about this match. This strap match to me was not very entertaining. I did not really enjoy this match. I feel like Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe do not have good chemistry at all. There is nothing there. To be honest, I think this may be Trick Williams' weakest feud that he's ever had in NXT. And probably because Eddie Thorpe, in my opinion, he's not ready to be taken completely serious yet. And he got the win over on Trick Williams, which I was surprised that they had Trick Williams lose to Eddie Thorpe. And when I watch Eddie Thorpe, he's not that impressive to me. Like, this is my first match of his that I'm watching. And going off that first match that I watched of him, I don't see much of anything. Okay? So this guy is going to have to really show me something more as time progresses, but for right now, I don't see anything in Eddie Thorpe. So, next match, Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. Now, this match has been building up for weeks and weeks. Ethan Page cracking Javon's jaw, making him bleed like a crimson mask. Like, dude was pouring out blood, bro. Like I never seen before. And one thing I gotta say about this match was very good, very heated. It was intense. There was a sense of urgency in this match that I liked. Both guys showed a lot of aggression, a lot of passion in this match, especially Javon Evans. Listen, young OG can go. Okay, I like the fact that despite him having all this athleticism, he was able to really sell that leg very well and still pull off all his high spots in the match. But one thing I like about Javon Evans, he's not just a flippy dippy spot fest wrestler. Okay, he can turn it up when it comes to the aggression, and I feel like he's one of those wrestlers that have that switch. He can be happy-go-lucky to aggressive, intense in a heartbeat. And I know he has that switch, right? He showed a lot of intensity in this match. I can see that guy got that dog in him, like real talk. Javon Evans, to me, he really impressed me in this match, man. He really, really impressed me a lot. And so Ethan Page, he goes over with the twisted grin finisher maneuver on Javon Evans for the win. And so we get the NXT Championship match, Oba Femi defending against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller in a triple threat. Now, I predicted that this is a match where Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are going to have their issues. That's where they're going to kickstart, the issues between Theory and Waller. They're going to start beefing. This is going to be where they're going to start breaking up the tag team, right? But in the end, though, this was a very entertaining triple threat. I thought all three guys worked well together. But at the end of the day, Oba Femi gets the win. Hits I believe, he hit the fall from grace, the power bomb on Austin Theory for the win. And no, I think he pinned Grayson Waller. I got to go back and check. Yeah, I think he pinned Grayson Waller for the win. So after the match, you see the mysterious assailant group come in once again. They previously attacked Fraxium and the other tag team earlier. Now they come in and they attack Oba Femi. Now, I don't know what this group is supposed to be. I wasn't really that impressed by the new group. It's like a Shield ripoff, like Sanity. It's like a Shield, Sanity, Retribution, type of group, like a bootleg version of Retribution, in my opinion. I just wasn't really feeling it at all. I recognized maybe one face, Dion Lennox. That's the only face that I recognized. The other three, I didn't know who they were. But I don't know what's going to happen with this new group. It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, but we got to wait and see. But for what I've seen, not very impressive at all. Seems like it's going to be a bootleg version of the Shield mixed together with Retribution and Sanity. That's what it seems like to me. The main event, the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way. Julia defends against Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. Now, I wasn't surprised that this match turned out well. And, usually Fatal 4-Ways are very hard match to book, right? Because not everyone's going to get their shine in the Fatal 4-Way. I thought these ladies did a good job of putting on a decent Fatal 4-Way to where every woman got a chance to shine. Every woman got a chance to get over. And Cora Jade being inserted in the match was very smart because she's been getting herself over a lot lately. And her being connected to Roxanne Perez, it makes sense for her to be in the Fatal 4-Way. It was like this match was being booked as the three generations of the NXT women's division. With Bayley, you got the black and gold era. With Roxanne and Cora Jade, you have the you have the yellow and white era, as well as the Nickelodeon Colors NXT 2.0 era. And then with Julia, you have the current era, the black and gold brand, right? The new NXT. That's her era now. And the Beautiful Madness, she retains the NXT Women's Championship and she pins Roxanne Perez. That's smart because she's leaving, going on to Monday Night Raw. So it makes sense for Roxanne to take the pinfall here. Bayley has been losing a lot, so she don't need to be losing anymore, or Cora Jade, because eventually you want to have Cora Jade take that title off of Julia at some point. um, but based off what happened after the match, it seems to me that that's going to have to be put on hold for right now because you got Jordan Grace coming out. She makes her NXT official NXT debut, where she confronts Julia and Stephanie Baker because she came out too to confront Julia. So this right here to me is, signifying a new era in the women's division. And once again, this is the best women's division in NXT history. NXT has the best women's division of all time. There is no other women's division that can compare to the one in NXT, and that is a fact. Because why do you think the women main evented Vengeance Day? They opened the show and they closed the show. That should tell you a lot. And based off that, it goes to show you that the men's roster is really not that impressive. Okay, there was not a lot of potential, any decent main eventers in NXT. There hasn't been for a good while, except for Trick Williams and Obafemi. But how often are you going to run that back? You have too much talent in the women's division to not give them a main event at a PLE. You got too much star quality in that women's division that can easily go to the main roster and be stars. You have a bucket load of women that can, main event any NXT PLE, and it would be entertaining. It would be fun to watch. So that's my review for NXT Vengeance Day. Overall, this show was a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't the best show, but it wasn't average. It was pretty good. Pretty good show from top to bottom. I thought, most of the matches delivered. The strap match, to me, it brought the grade down. It was not an impressive showing from both men. So that was probably the weakest match of the entire card. I would say the match of the night should go to the tag team championship match. That match to me was tag team wrestling on a whole new level. And I need to see more tag team matches like that in NXT because it's not just the men's division that is lacking, it's also the tag team division that is lacking too. And I want to start seeing a restoration of tag team wrestling starting in NXT. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'm out and peace.